crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you. From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
Okay, you're not able to take care of Babu. You're not able to boss the rata Babu.
But when I saw you standing with two crests over there, what you were discussing with them?
Hila, I was not telling them anything about loving you. I was telling them about CDC due payment.
I thought they're not true. I know that CDC due payment over.
No, did I? Enough finish yo. Now let me explain the whole due payment to you. That program they had on April 12th is just to tell all sedition, reaction, and sympathizers that we will start paying due for now to 2030 and all the way.
So I want to ask you, the way some are not there. How will care what you book?
Abolida, the thing is, just go straight to CDC party headquarters and you request for your book. The people will give it to you. Anytime you go there, the people will be there. Don't worry yourself. In fact, the people get a mobile money number. If you file or you know you can make it, just send it straight on their mobile money number. And as soon as you send it on the mobile money number, the people will send your receipt straight on your website, or you go pick up your receipt and your due book right to your district office. I mean, the district that you live in. You can also pay to the bank. You can go to UPA or GT Bank. When you finish paying that money, they will give you one pink paper. Then you will carry it to the party headquarters or your district office. Then the people will verify it. They will give you your original receipt and your due book. And don't forget that only $1 US or $200 liberty you will pay every month. If you want to pay more than that, no problem. Because this party called CDC have to survive. And money number is 08
Amanda Awetu Maipuye Iliberia Maipuye Jobia Double
Straight.
Aha, y'all want to roll the punch giant right to take over.
Like
Y'all want to roll me, Papa come here again. Y'all want to roll Papa Georgie come here again. Y'all want to roll Mama Joe come here again. Who want to roll CD Shen come here again. Now they walk on treasure and come so. Better move I say you're better move your move. You is about to get away. You about to get away. We come here again. Who wanna roll CDC come here again? Y'all who wanna roll chop, we are coming again. Who wanna roll Mama Joe, come here again. Up in the roll CDC come here again. Now they all country giant coming so. Better move on and roll. Say you're better move your move. Something I beg you away. Better get away. We come here again. In this game, we come here again. Coalition for Democratic Change. Let me see small bar. That is welcome to champion coming so. Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the CDC Hour. Today is Wednesday, November 19, 2025. And we are here discussing very fascinating topics today. We will continue with the critique of the budget, the 2026 fiscal year budget. We'll also be looking into a statement made by Senator Darius DeLon that his life is under threat. In fact, the people of Nimba County are after his life after making some damning accusations against the Minister of Labor, which has gone viral in the country. And also the government's continual lies the government continual lies in governance. You know, the bosses that were brought to the country, they had announced that it is $50. Whatever, destination you ride to in and around Monrovia, you will pay $50.
and students will be free. But today they are taking $100. Some distances $150. Some students are paying $100 as well to ride the buses. This plus much more will be coming up after a bit of our theme song. Thank you so much and welcome to the program wherever you are. I'm here with, as usual, my co-presenter, Josephine Pello Johnson. Josephine, good evening and welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening, my brother, and good evening to everyone in Radio Line.
And we have a jam-packed menu today to discuss. What do we start with? Where do we start? Kick off the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think we should start with the long issue.
Oh, okay. Senator Darius DeLon, Montserrado County Senator, the self-imposed, the self-proclaimed light. Senator DeLon, in the last 24 hours, Senator DeLon took the stage at the Liberian Senate. He took the podium and made some startling revelations, some damning allegations that his life is threatened. His life is under threat in his own government, like he said. His life is under threat in his own government, and according to him, the people from Nimba are pursuing him and they want to take his life only because of his criticisms of the Minister of Labor, Councillor Cooper Kra, concerning work permits. Recently, about 2-3 months ago, the Minister of Labor announced the hike in the price of work permits from I think $1,000 to $3,000, about 200% increase in the work permit. The Lebanese, the Indians, let's say the foreigners and the aliens that are in this country and doing work. The government of Liberia under rescue decided to sell work permit now for $3,000 instead of $1,000. And according to the minister, they have generated about $3.3 million since the hike in the price of the work permit. So Senator DeLon has been at the throat of the Minister of Labor. Sometimes, we agree with him because, especially when he said the government is selling jobs for $3,000, jobs that belong to Liberians, jobs that are doable for Liberians, jobs that Liberians should do. Concession companies are, giving those jobs to foreign nationals, and the Minister of Labor is the one selling work permits. As a foreigner, if you do not have a work permit, you cannot work in the country. So the Ministry of Labor has been selling work permits for $3,000, and so Senator DeLon has been on that. And it got the minister infuriated. The Ministry of Labor, as we speak, we can call the Ministry of Labor now Little Nimba.
Sure.
Yeah, Little Nimba, because the minister has infested that ministry with everybody from Nimba. If you go to the ministry today, minister, deputy ministers, assistant minister, directors, assistant directors, inspectors, almost all of them from Nimba. So they have created a Little Nimba at the Ministry of Labor. So Senator DeLon though not the NIMBA issue, but he has been very critical of the, of the work
The
permit
work permit,
regime
yeah.
at the Ministry of Labor, for which he's been crucified by members of the MDR, members of the Nimba County, solidarity groups with the minister. So he stood in the Senate and said, and I quote, when the war entered Nimba, every Nimbayan who had guns, wherever they went somewhere, they would expect everyone there to be a Nimba Meso. They would say, Babwa, Ao. So my life is threatened. He said he's reporting it to the Senate to the plenary of the Senate that his life is threatened. So this is it. Why should Senator DeLong's life be threatened by the rescue government? People from Nimba, this is his own government. His life should not be threatened.
Yeah, so for me, I think Senator DeLong is just crying baby. For me, that's how I see it, because this is his government. Like they will always say, they brought this government to power. It's their own government, and he should not be threatened by his own people. So he's alleging that Nibarians are going after him. They want to get rid of him because of his things against the labor minister. I think he's crying baby, because all of the allegations that he's, breaking forth against the people of Nema, that during the war, you had Nibarians going around and they will speak the manner of you. If you do not respond, and they will get rid of you. I mean, this is something that Senator DeLong, I believe what he's saying now, I believe those are things that he knew before, but he did not say it. Why should he say it now? So he's just crying, baby. He's bluffing, in fact. So he trying to tell us that the people of Nema, cannot be trusted. In fact, he's telling us that when Joseph Walker said, I will dance with the devil, he was referring to the people of Nimba. And that's what Senator DeLong is telling us. Because if he can sit in plenary and say that the people of Nimba were getting rid of people based on,
Based on tribal lines,
doing the war. I mean, then this is a man that we all should not take serious, because this is the same Nima Kante that stood for your government. Senator DeLong, of all persons, in fact, he was one of those who stood up and campaigned along with the Nibarians. He stood with them. They all helped to make this government. So Senator DeLong should not come and start painting the people of Nima black. I mean, they are good sons and daughters of Nima that we know. In fact, they are respectful people. So if Senator DeLong feels that his life, is being threatened, let him go to the law. Let him go to the police. That person that is threatening his life, let him take the complaint. He should not come and denigrate the entire, Nima Kante only because, he want to seek. I don't know, but I guess Senator DeLong is ready for his usual thing. That's how, for me, that's how I see it. We all saw it during the election time when he was contesting. He will always like to cry baby or play the victim so that people can have sympathy on him. But again, this time it will not work. If he got any issue with anybody from Nima Kante, let him go to the law. Let them face the issue. Do not denigrate the entire Nima Kante because you and somebody are having misunderstanding.
I think I've watched, the video on the social media. There are some people who are saying that he's contesting in 2029. And so, having lied a lot, sometimes on his plane ticket,
Sure.
sometimes on his mother, he said he shamed his mother because he lied, and coming to apologize on numerous occasions, but will go on to do the same thing again even after apologizing. There are some who are saying that he's running for senator. He's running for re-election, and so he wants to get the unsuspecting Monserrado people to support him again.
Yeah.
But I think all in all, he's demonizing Nimba. He's demonizing the people of Nimba, the good people of Nimba. He's saying that, I mean, in a nutshell, I think he's calling them murderers,
Yeah.
killers, for the fact that a sitting senator will come up and say, my life is threatened by people from Nimba. Because according to him, look, I would really like that we get the tape, you know. Yes, the tape. I mean that video to play, so our people cannot, because some of our people could say it is not true, we are making up stories, but
And I think the people of Nima need to respond to Delon.
I think the people of Nimba need to respond. They need to respond to Delon. Okay, maybe our man at controls is finding the video. Okay, that's it.
Where that nonsense, left threatening thing coming from? That when you speak of governance issue, oversight, then you are supposed to be anti-Nima. My left is threatened, my left is at risk, because the people who speaking, I know them. Man, I brought them. Man, I brought them. Man, I brought them. The Minister of Public Works must be brought before the Senate. The Minister of Labor. I want to make the case. If it makes sense, okay. If it doesn't, fine. I can live with it. The Minister of Labor did not go to his house to make a wild allegation to the effect that he was nominated by President Joseph Nima Bwaka to be Minister of Justice. His nomination was formally communicated to the Senate in keeping with the law and the practice, and that our Darius Delon, as senator, fought his nomination in the Senate until the president was doing. He did not say that in his living room. Madam President, all of us in the Senate, in our Senate chat room, we have the video. The Minister of Labor, he is angry in our exercise of our oversight responsibility on the work permit issue, went to the government-funded, sanctioned press conference at the MICAT, Ministry of Information, where he said on video, live, that Senator Delon is against the people from Nima. It's the same way I'm targeting him, because the president nominated him. He letter came here and I fought it until the president would do him. In a same press conference at the Ministry of Information, regular weekly press briefing, the Minister of Labor said that that's the same target I used to target Senator Chris Johnson, peace be to his address. And that's the same thing I'm doing to him for another Nima person to die. But I told them, I'm not afraid, but my life is threatened. Your life can be threatened. Why are you being afraid of the threat? You understand? I want to make it clear. Our honor George, we are government, and our declared national security threat. I couldn't even move places. But the reason I'm making all these statements in this chamber is because all these things are happening.
When the labor minister came here as a nominee, he sat there and I asked him about work permit, what we would do about work permit to give our people job. And he committed, and I told him that I will vote for you so that after 6 months, you can come give us what we're doing on the work permit issue for our people to get jobs. And in the exercise of that duty, when I confirmed that labor minister that day, my protest distinguished colleagues, I want to make it clear that he was not a cool man when I confirmed him. He was not Basa. He was not far. He was from Nima when I confirmed him to be Minister of Labor. So my questions on his performance, especially when it has to do with work permit issue, cannot be now that because he's from Nima and Guillaume.
Okay, so he cannot be confirmed now because he's from Nima and Guillaume. So that's Senator Dillon. His life is under threat. They said the Nima people are after him. They want to kill him. Why would they want to kill him? Why? That is the big question. I think that is a serious allegation from the senator.
Very serious one.
Very serious allegation from the senator. But that is that. That's their fish to fry. Yes, the rescue people. Let them go and fix their thing. But I think it doesn't augur well for, in a governance structure of the country, especially a senator accusing a whole county.
So the people of Nima need to
whole
respond
county
to this.
Of being after his life. Let's go to another thing. Let's leave Lala Dillon issue. The government brought some buses to the country. We learned that the buses were brought by, the arrangement were made by ABK. You know, this thing is complicated. ABK won the bid to bring the yellow machines, and they took it from him. They gave it to a foreign company. The guy, the president will go and lie. President Barker lied that they took loan from EcoBank to bring the buses. It was a lie. Those buses, the loans that were taken to bring the buses were taken by ABK, a young Liberian guy, a young Liberian entrepreneur. But because they do not want to pay him, right? So, in fact, when the guy brought the buses, the guy carried the buses to park them somewhere. The buses were not in the compounds of the NTA. But all in all, it is water under the bridge now. The buses, some of the buses are now in the streets, and the government made a pronouncement that whatever destination you are traveling to, especially in and around Monrovia, you will pay $50 to commute. Today, there are a lot of videos on the Facebook. Students are making us to understand that they pay $100. And according to the NTA and the Ministry of Transport, a student under certain age should not be paying to ride a bus. And everybody should pay $50. Whether you're going from Broad Street to Douala, from Broad Street to Gardnersville, from Broad Street to Old Road, Dupo Road Junction, Red Light, $50. But they are taking $100. Some distances, $150. So why the sudden lie?
So again, this is Unity Party. This is the rescue government.
So it's not strange.
Yeah, it's not strange. I passed a lady today. I think around the Sinker, and she was complaining. She was not complaining to me. She was complaining to her friend, and she was like, I thought the people said we're going to pay $50 on a bus, but I had to pay. In fact, I gave $50, and then the conductor told me, no, I should add $50 on it. So I was like, and when I heard her conversation with her friend, I asked her, and she said the same thing. So, it is not cringe hearing that little boy. In fact, they said students were going to be free on the bus. Once you are a student, you will not pay a dime on the bus. But to see the little boy, talking about how he paid $100, not 50, 100. And you see, one thing I like to speak about is the fact that the Joshua government brought buses.
45
buses. They brought 45 buses. And
no, we brought 47. You brought 47. They brought 35.
Okay. Now even 35.
I mean, they say they brought 35.
Now
I don't know. I
35.
think we have seen not even less than 20.
Yeah, not 35.
They say they brought 35.
Yeah.
But we brought 47. We did not. The Georgia government.
We didn't put journalists.
We did not organize. We did not organize a voyage.
Yeah.
We did not organize sensation.
Yeah.
We did not put President Weah on the bus to parade him in the streets.
So they have the journalists from LBS. They are on the buses interviewing people. How's your ride? How's your days? Where you stopping? How you enjoy your ride on the bus? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they are doing it. They are doing it today. Today, I saw more than 3 videos. And that was how that little boy video came out.
Yeah, and they wanted to stage manage.
Yes.
They wanted to stage manage the whole process.
Yes.
Go and bring people, their own people.
Yeah.
Get them on the buses. And then put the microphones to them
microphone,
where they will be talking only good thing about the government.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they had to bad luckily bump into the little boy.
Yes. So the fact that
he's coming from school, I think he's in one of these Catholic schools.
Don Bosco.
He's in Don Bosco.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the journalist asked him, so how much did you pay? He said, I pay $100. So but the people said, you student, you're not supposed to pay. He said, that's not true. I pay $100.
Sure.
I paid $100. I'm in Don Bosco. So sometimes when you're doing something, it can catch up with you.
Catch up with you.
And that's what happened today. And when the little boy was doing that, some rescue people in the bus wanted the microphone out of the little boy's mouth, but it was late.
Very late.
He had already spilled the beans. So
and I think it's about time that we the Liberians, we stand up against these things, because if we don't stand up now, this is the time. If we the Liberians don't stand up now, we will have more of these things from the rescue government. You have the FOIA project that, they are just taking our money. And I think we need to stand up and ask the government to give our money back. The 10 million, that money that should be, that should go to the health center. But Joseph Boaka and his father's minister and his ministers in government, they have just decided to spend the money on themselves rather than spending the money on the Liberian people. So before we can go to the, I know we are about to go to the budget now, right?
No, let's end the issue of the bus with the buses.
Okay.
Right? Even before the buses could be assigned to, in the streets, the elaborate organization of a program to get the president on the bus, parade him. I don't know the care, right?
Yeah.
I don't know the care, but a female recorded the population booing the president.
Yes, exactly.
Booing the president, right? And the government looked for that girl. The government looked for that girl to get her so she could delete her video.
Wow.
Yes. They sent people all around to look for that girl. I know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
They could not find her. They could not find her. So they never wanted, it was a bad public relations. It was a bad PR, for the president to be on the buses, on the bus, and people standing, bystanders, booing at the president. Because it was the president they were booing at. And the reason why they were booing is because they look at the purchase of buses as a normal thing. Ellen Johnson Shirley government brought buses here.
In fact, if
I think 25.
If Baga want to impress the people, he should be bringing more.
Georgia government brought 47 buses here.
Yeah.
They brought buses. They released 7 on that day. I don't know whether they released others, but it was 7 we saw that they took from the port, right? So the people say, but this is mediocrity. What kind of mediocrity is there? How can the president get on a bus? Something that should be normal. That should be a normal thing. Should we be celebrating buses again? Organizing programs to dedicate buses and president get on a just like Queen Contest? Waving.
Yeah.
So it didn't go down well with the population. That's mediocrity. So that's the main reason why the president was booed. So let's go to the budget.
Okay. So
why you want the budget?
So before we can get to the budget, I just want us to at least give this a little 2 or 3 minutes of the deputy minister at the Ministry of Internal Affairs.
Okay, Fatima Shirley.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we saw it yesterday.
Okay. Is that a Fatima video?
Yeah.
Let's get the Fatima
So
video.
yesterday, not yesterday, but
Okay,
yesterday.
Yeah.
So you wanted to play the bus?
Yeah. So talk about little boy who said from the bus school.
Okay. Go. Which school you? From boys school. Oh, I think the government say, I think NTA say. So how much pay now? The students are pay. So what are measures? Okay. Yummy. I did.
And today we are seeing people, lying on an oath
And being confirmed.
and being confirmed. Where are we heading? Fatima lied on her credential. She went for WAEC. She failed WAEC. She went back for recital. She failed recital. She went and appeal.
For confirmation recital?
Yeah. She appealed, and you know.
And somebody said she went to confirmation. She went to sit for confirmation, and she failed, and she went for confirmation recital.
Yeah, confirmation recital. And she also failed.
And she still failed the recital. Yeah. So,
and she bragged her way through. So she was confirmed. Right after Fatima confirmation, Fatima went on the social media as a deputy minister. Fatima started to insult. But I have this to tell Fatima. If you want to tie lapa and insult your fellow woman, I will ask you to go in the market. I'm not saying this to denigrate our women, our mothers in the market, right? But I'm saying a person who has a position, a deputy minister position in this government or in our space, in our political space, should not behave the way Fatima is behaving. Fatima went on social media to celebrate. Instead of her celebrating, she started to insult. So Fatima, if you want to insult, I prefer you stay right in your community, tie your lapa, and insult whosoever you want to insult. Do that. And don't come serve the Liberian people, because a person like you is not qualified. You don't deserve that position. With your character that I'm seeing, you will do nothing at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. It's another waste of resources. You will do nothing. Just one day. In fact, the same day you got your confirmation, you insulting somebody. You on social media insulting your fellow woman.
And sometimes I don't like to talk about these things, especially somebody like Fatima.
Yeah.
But I will say some.
Sure.
Yeah, I will say the bitter truth.
Mm-hmm.
We are related, but I will say the bitter truth.
Okay.
I was at the Ministry of Internal Affairs. I worked at the Ministry of Internal Affairs for 13 years. In various positions, right? In administrative and also in some technical roles. Fatima's confirmation was marked by arrogance. Yes, very arrogant. I don't think she should have behaved that way. Even Senator Nomini Batikwa from Grand Crew County, who posed that question to her to define government, which she fumbled on. Okay, Senator Batikwa asked a question from the backdrop that she's on social media, trolling people, insulting, cussing people all around. That's the background, because the senator said, "You're so arrogant."
Exactly.
You're so arrogant. You come and sit down here. You don't even know what the government is. Define government.
Government is for the people.
So the old man was angry. Okay, and you can't blame him, because the old man's upbringing is so much in line with cultural and traditional norms. And so for the old man to see a government official designate who would go to the Liberian Senate for confirmation to be exercising such gross level of arrogance, I think it bewildered him. And the Senate was about to close a chapter to close the chapter on her confirmation, to deny her. Because news we got from the Liberian Sunday was that the Committee on Internal Affairs, didn't want to confirm her. Senators have interests in, at different areas and at different times. And at the end of the day, Senator Albert Chair of Grand Cru, who's also from Grand Cru, the former pro tem, had to put in a motion for reconsideration. Okay, and Senator Chair brought back her confirmation on the floor. That was, I think, yesterday. Because Fatima and myself were at a family gathering yesterday. One of our sisters passed out. Also, her name was Bintu Sharif. Bintu Sharif Kiawan, because she was married to a Kiawan.
Okay.
So, and they went ahead and confirmed her. But even having been confirmed, having passed through summer school, I would say, right? You will still go on the same day to make a video and begin to insult your fellow woman, a reputable woman in society too, Moriah Yekula Kopo, a counselor at law, a very smart young woman, very congenial, energetic, so passionate about the development of her country. And that was all because Fatima had gone to lie that she had master's degree, I know, with a minor in she had master's degree, I think, social work, right? With a minor in urban development. Master's degree do not have minors. People don't minor in their master programs. You don't minor. Okay? So that was the lie she told the Senate. And she did not only tell the lie, but she wrote it as part of her credential and circulated it to senators. So she was held by that. Solizo was denied by the very Senate. Toga Nimle, who was nominated by President George Weah to the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, LERC, he was denied. I think 3 or 4 people were denied in the George Weah government, including Tapla Davis, Elias Solizo. May peace be unto his arches. Senator Delon stood up and that guy was denied. And the psychological effect took on Zolizo. He could not survive it. But Fatima, even having been given a passage through what we call leniency. They were lenient on her, they were passionate, and they confirmed her. Now she's come, put up a video insulting Moriah only because Moriah said some things that people don't minor in. And Moriah will go about to debate the issue. Moriah will talk about issues here, write about issues so passionately, without any insolence.
She will not be like Moriah, like Fatima.
She wouldn't be like Fatima.
Fatima will go and tell somebody your PA.
So she denigrated her fellow woman. But meanwhile, the women advocacy groups that were so vocal yesterday, they are still here.
Yeah.
They are still here.
Still here.
They are saying nothing.
Everybody quiet.
Everybody is quiet.
Let me tell you something.
Those women that used to wear black to go to rape march. They wear black to go march against rape. They go wear black to march against, they say all kinds of things. They are still here.
In all of the women chat room that I'm part of, The only time you will hear a sound is when somebody, somebody is being appointed by the president. So the place is quiet because everybody waiting on their appointment. Everybody waiting on their appointment. The moment you hear something is about somebody's appointment, everybody coming to say,
no, I think the real issue is not only with those women groups, right, who are dormant right now because it is their government in power.
Yeah,
I think that's the real issue.
Yeah,
they are like the Liberia Council of Churches,
sure,
and the National Muslim Council.
Yeah,
the religious groupings. Whenever it is their government in power, they see nothing bad.
Nothing bad.
They see nothing wrong. And so let me commend one religious leader in this country. He has been so much consistent. Bishop Cotto Brown. Bishop Cotto Brown. Even during the Weah administration, he was vocal. Today, he's still vocal. And he continues to tell the government that, look, what was bad that you criticized yesterday is still bad that you are doing today, for which they don't want to see him. The chief imam of Liberia, the Secretary General of the National Muslim Council, all of them, they're now in government. The President of the Liberia Council of Churches, Bishop Samuel Reeves, is in government. So when you are in government, when religious people take political jobs, how can you be upright? How can you be balanced? How can you speak truth to power? Because you cannot be in the government and criticize the government, right? The Nigerian guy said you can't be eating and talking at the same time.
Yeah.
When you eating, this guy before he got job, he was an activist. He was talking, the government is this, the government is that, the petroleum price is high, water, no social services and things. After a few weeks, they appointed him. The same journalist who interviewed him ran to him with a microphone. He said, Chief, why are you not talking? I said, take time. I'm now honorable chief. I'm honorable chief. He said, but you're not talking. He said, then he asked the journalist, he said, have you eaten? Since they broke, have you eaten? You cannot be you cannot be eating and talking at the same time. So that's the kind of scenario with these women groupings. Those religious groupings, they are in government. So I think, is that a video? Okay. Can we hear it? You forced to hear me.
Development. I also As you are aware, my name is Fatima Bintu Sirleaf. I do hold a master's degree in social work with emphasis in mental health and substance abuse, and my minor is in urban development. I also hold a bachelor's degree in social work from Seton Hall University.
Zero triple seven 980375. Let's go to the line to talk to our first caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Shaka.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, I'm patient going on tomorrow.
A patient's gray, but for a long time.
Yeah, Ishaka. The people are going to be educated fool. You say you drive for college. You don't want to defend government? Ishaka, are you kidding me?
Government are for my people.
You don't want to defend government. You drive for college, and they were all passing right to job. We are not educated. You defend government. I hate to say you just start school. Ishaka, the college guy, they will get.
Those are the ministers now. Those they are those we have now. You know, when they're available, is not capable.
Yes, our confirmation second round.
Yes, when the capable is not available, the availables become capable. So
the confirmation are the second round. Election the second round, so the confirmation the second round.
Confirmation resetter.
The people dumb, very dumb. The people be educated. It's important we are for nothing. We are to be speaking the same man for the time speaking like cool man speaking like they want to now. Yeah, bunch of educated cow.
Thank you, patience. Thank you. Let's talk to let's talk to another caller, Mohammed Donzo.
Hello.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, Ishaka. My name is Mohammed Donzo Jr. Well, I want to say in half to the peace government of Lofa County to be the civic quality bonus district. But Ishaka, so now I really enjoy the discussion, but something is on my mind. I just want to express this to the physician that is in the house of that in the Senate. I'm in the house, in the Senate, in the house also. But these guys are sitting in that Senate. They are keeping mute. On any confirmation that comes in our house, even though the Senate, the House of Representatives and the Senate are controlled by black guys, but sometimes you should come up with injection on something in the house. So our lawmakers are just sitting mute. It really hurts me. That is the reason why I just called it. Just express myself.
Thank you, Mohammed Johnson. Let's take another call.
Hello, Ishaka.
Let's take another caller. Hello.
Yeah, it is Mom recording from
Ma'am Mary, let's hear you.
Yeah, my attention drawn to that a resetter confirmation. My friend watched a video celebrating, and the song that she was playing, you forced to like me. You know, who hate her? That her own donors get her to beat his face. Now to the Liberian people, and even that kind of question, my grandchild, you ask her that question, what is government? They will tell you that when she couldn't even explain, then she insulting her friend woman who took her time and learn her book, chewed her up like this, pay money in school to pass because I just have a comment and what they confirm her. We fear she will perform in the ministry. That's why that she insult her friend. I would a market woman say, I see what they call me, I want to tell you. They want to drop it all on social media. That will go find place to say that man. We get people educated, we need to get down yet.
Thank you, Mami. Oh man, no bogo.
Good afternoon,
yeah, my Benu. Another bogo.
Yeah. We sending here. Emma Zaya being a boss 2022 when he brought the bosses and I was telling where escape Buruba. The boss all by went to rehab to it was in Teleport, buy your care, back to empty care. I was checking it for the 5 boxes. We ride our bus 2 months. We pay $5. 2 months. We pay $5. Then the bus, when we start paying like $30, like $1, like what we're paying for our buses, $30. And so that's 700 seats that ain't in the bus. 700 seats, when I 700 seats food, the person nobody must send. And I will need to enjoy them. We go, you put money in the bus. But when you put money, they say no change. The person say no change because of the law in the bus. They lack there. They can't open the bus behind the buses, people. So that's what they do. So they think today they bring the buses here. They bussing all around. That woman there. That from up there, that in that ministry upstairs, Bracket secretary. Now what be that woman? That Madino get. Bracket will be all Madino for they will get rich on our country. Now, what they doing? We will suffer, but pray. Because we thought they would say, today I'm going to the market, they see me with my Cdc with my personal with a big back arbor. They want me to I say, I'm ready.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mabelu. Thank you so much, Mabelu. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello, good evening. It's Yoga Joseph.
Cdc Pape.
Yeah. I see what the people do to manage their country. And people see that Nigeria, Ghana, Africa, and Guinea last year. That is say we didn't learn. But you people learn. So now people moving slowly. We come in a lot of want to show everything in this country, but right now, Braga made a mess the country. The people, because all of them Braga party, so anything telling I want to do. Somebody in let do. Then you go put a person there. You don't think that a person will mess the country. The foreign minister, I don't know where. Then you go put a person like a foreign minister. You don't do mistakes with partner in every sector. We go in this country, every place is very important for this country. Now the people can mess everything else. Somebody made it for there. Let go. 11 tomorrow will be election day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CDC Pape. Let's take another caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. This is Lila calling from Province.
Yeah, let's hear you.
Yeah, my concern is I will say Fatima. All of them they run professional. They just feel that professional could pay in life. But they run their own professional and catch up with them. They seem they think what they say that Georgia will not know, but Georgia is far better than what they think. They experience that young guy, a teacher for them. And they will control them, but they won't let them have rule. Let me get it. Not let anybody have rule. They can live. They never have them always live for Georgia. Because they very rule. They don't care all the bad they say. I just want to have an answer campaign. One campaign. I'm running campaign now. Me tell you. Because I see on a DJ now. I want to see on it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, you listen to the callers.
Okay.
They are very passionate. Wow, but the old man and the bogo, Josephine. Yeah, the old man and the bogo more than the young people.
Oh yeah. I think Fatima need to go to one of the old man so they can be a study class teacher.
Mommy Ray. Mabenu.
Yeah, so I like to, focus my closing on the private jet issue. These are things that were flagged by the rescue mission during President Weah regime.
Yes, private jet.
Yeah. They criticize it. Man, Liberian people, Joseph Boakai spending your money. The money that should be used to buy medications for hospitals. Joseph Boakai spending it on private jet. He's spending thousands of dollars to ride private jet, and he's bringing nothing that will benefit the lives of the people. Joseph Boakai is building his old folks home in 4 years. The lie that George Weah built.
Oh, you're talking about the miracle home that came from the sky.
Yeah, the sky. Yeah.
And just planted in for ya.
Yeah. So they're taking your money, your country money that should benefit your life. They're taking those money and they're building their private homes. I am calling on you to stand up. And that time is now. That time is now that you should stand for your country, else it will be too late. By 2029, if you decide to stand up, by that time, probably the people finish selling the whole country.
And Jojo, before we go, this December 17, you know, they stand Molba Molu and his group.
Lead or leave
protest.
Lead or leave
protest. The lead or leave protest. You know, it's gaining momentum. Mobilization has been done in communities across Montserrat County. So I think it is something that we can talk about on Friday. On Friday going forward, because we need to give some spectacle to, you know, to spice to the protest, because it is the right thing to do. Under the law, people have the right to assemble, Article 17. So, and Stan wants to do just that, to rally the Liberian people to stand up for the rights against, you know, all of these, you know, misgivings that have been permeated by the government. So, I just thought to bring it. So we will be discussing that on Friday with maybe other issues that our hands can lay on. You know, every day there is issue. Or every day there are issues. There are issues. The government school goes every day. So your parting comment, because I think we got
so like I was saying, these are things, you know, that they criticized during the George Weah government, and they said that they were never going to do such things. But today you are seeing that they are even doing worse. They are doing more. And these things that they are doing is actually harming. It's hurting the lives of the Liberian people. So we should stand up. We should stand up against bad governance. We should stand up against Joseph Boakai and his thieves. We should stand up to be able to save our country, because if we don't do so, Joseph Boakai, you know, he will make sure to sell this country. He will sell this country.
We could just get up one morning and people say, this is not your place. We have already bought it from Joseph Boakai, so you got to find a place to go.
They make people believe that, you know, George Weah harmonized people's salary around here, so they were coming to change everything. Today, we are in a second year, nothing has been done about it.
And you know what? Before we go, they're talking about George Weah harmonized people's salaries. Senator Snow is saying, he's advocating for increase in civil servant salary in the $1.2 billion budget. But meanwhile, they are insulting Senator Snow. Why Senator Snow had to talk about
they don't want to hear it now.
Civil servants salaries. They don't want to hear it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today's edition of the CDC Hour. We've been here for the last 1 hour, bringing you information and that you can use. On that note, we have come to the end of today's edition of the CDC Hour. The next time you see us, it will be on Friday. And we shall be here talking about a lot of other things. Until then, I'm your presenter, Ishiaka Sheriff, alongside
Joseph MP Johnson, CKA Jojo.
Until then, bye-bye.